Hi everybody, welcome back. This is part 2 of my mini journal, mini planner video. The first one got too long and we did have a few mishaps, user error on my part. So now we're going to be talking about this little composition book that, here, let me grab the other one. This was, that's not it. This was my sort of, my first one, my sort of prototype, but I learned some things while doing this that we're gonna switch up and do differently for the new one. And also, and you probably have to go back, sorry, and watch the first one to get all the details on this one. I don't wanna make this too long. But also, what I would like to do is do a kind of a different look, something kind of not as feminine and frilly, maybe a little more, I'm not going to call it masculine, but you know, just less frilly and feminine, I think. Kind of rustic looking. So this is, I think this is Rebecca Sauer scrapbook paper that, again, I've had forever. And I have some little embellishments here that were Rebecca Sauer. And, you know, it looks like, you know, that corrugated cardboard look, and very simple. And then there's like some little twine threads in there. I mean, this is just all paper. But what I want to do this time is basically just do like a little cover, not do like the whole interior and exterior, because as you saw in the last video, it just got too thick and it got kind of crunchy, and I'm just like, I think it was just too much to put on this plastic cover. So we're just not gonna go that route this time. We're gonna make it really simple. It's kind of a little slip cover in a way, and this will end up being a pocket to put stuff in. And again, these are just plain pages inside. So I've already cut this to save time. Again, this was a 7x5 paper, this composition book is 7x5. There's a little bit of a spine here, so I basically wrapped it around and trimmed it already to get that part done. So now we're gonna start, actually we're gonna do a little inking first, because I do want this to be kind of rustic. You know, I don't know if masculine is the word, but you know, we gotta try different things, so we'll do it this way. I think this is gonna be a much easier project. Like I said, we had some mishaps last time. Maybe I didn't have enough coffee yet at that point in the day, I don't know. But I've had some coffee, I have some coffee right here, right now, and I think we're gonna do better. And then at the end, I'll kind of quickly show you all 4 of these little notebooks and how they all kind of turned out. So just a little bit over that. I'm just gonna dirty it up a little bit. Just like a little bit. Okay. So now basically we're just back to gluing. Let's see. I think I'm gonna start with the back. I'm not gonna try to glue all this at one time. You know what? Let's get the bigger bottle with the bigger top, so it goes a little bit faster. Yep, I'm cracking open a new one here. And that's the back. Get a little bit on the spine. And there's that. And this is the side, the back does not have, it's not gonna fold over. You know, I just, well, first of all, the paper wasn't wide enough because this is from a 12x12 sheet of scrapbook paper. But I didn't think it was really necessary. So let's get this on here. Yeah, I think I am gonna have to, I did leave it a little bit bigger to trim, which is fine. We can even probably trim that with the scissors. What I'm trying to do is make sure that all that blue is covered up as much as possible. sure that it's gonna fit properly on the front side. And this little page is sticking. Why are you sticking to that? Okay. I think it's just electricity, static. Yeah, that's gonna be fine. Okay, so this side is down. That is the back. A little bit on the spine. Then I'm gonna come over, and we're gonna do the front. And we are gonna have to do the corner rounder on this because obviously this is straight, but this is the best way to do it, is just to get it on there, and then if it's all lined up, then go in with your corner trimmer. So press that down. I want that really down. Well, I could get some, might squeeze out a little bit. Let's see, I'm trying to get this a little bit. There we go. Squish it, squeeze it over, squeeze it over, squeeze it over. Okay, so that is down. I'm not worried about it sticking to the plastic. I'm just worried about it getting too thick, doing too many layers. So now, since this is to be a pocket, we are just gonna do, you know, the sides. And this part right here. And I'm gonna have to trim that off a little bit. Yeah, maybe a little bit more here. I want that to stay put. Just maybe to stick a quick note or a receipt or two. Get that down. Yeah, see, it likes to, a little bit of glue likes to squirt out here. That just means I got a good amount. Towel here. This is my earlier paper towel that I used the heck out of. Okay. All right. Hey, I think that looks pretty good. It feels nice and sturdy, and it's, I don't hear any cracking like on the other one. So I feel like that's pretty good. Okay, got a bit of glue there. You can rub it off if you get some glue with this. You catch it right away. Stick this down a little bit. Okay. Okay. So, I mean, I don't know that it doesn't need much trimming at all. Really just kind of along here and along that top, which, let's see. The worst part about this is that the other part of the book is going to try to get in my way. Get your blade out, get that lined up. Sorry if you can't see this very well. I can hardly see it myself. Okay, that was pretty good. I'm not going to worry about that because that's going to come off with the corner trimmer. Get this off. Just lining it up on that blue and cutting off any paper. There's glue in there. It's overhanging that. Okay. There's that. Just trim that off. It just had a little thing hanging there. Okay, well that looks pretty darn good, I have to say. Yeah, I think this looks good. All right, let's take our little trimmer. And we're not obviously trying to trim the plastic, we're trying to just trim the paper around the plastic. And yes, it's gonna be, you know, this is gonna be a little bit visible, but we're gonna take some more ink and kind of cover that up and just kind of mask that a little bit. See, look how much faster this is going. Unless I try to cut, unless I try to trim the plastic. It doesn't like that. Don't try to trim the plastic. Okay, maybe if I go from this direction. There we go. Because as long as it's in there at right angles, it's gonna trim it properly. So there's that. Okay, now, let's make sure our pocket's looking good here. I don't want that page to stick to it. Let's see. Gotta just make sure that that is a nice little pocket. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so we're not gonna do anything else on the inside because I don't want it to get too thick. So, I mean, we're basically down to decorating the exterior of this thing. So, I want to keep this kind of like natural looking. So I'm going to use this burlap ribbon and let's see here, put this kind of across the middle. I've already cut it to size and kind of like smear that down a little bit. I'm not going to do the whole two sides right away. And got a little hangy thing there. And we're just going to push that down. Oh yeah, I like that. I get to... The cool thing about this ribbon is it kind of stretches. Like once you get glue on it or, you know, gets a little moisture on it, you can kind of like stretch it and get it into the place that you want it to be. And this doesn't have to be like, you know, a lifetime hold because, you know, there aren't that many pages in here. It's not gonna, it doesn't have to last that long. It's gonna get used up and that'll be that. Wow. Look at how easy that was. A little glue, I'm gonna cut that little hangy thing off. See? That's what having more coffee will do for you. Things go a lot better. Okay. Cut that off. Okay. So there's that. Now, just for a little bit more embellishment. Again, this was I think Rebecca Sauer as well, and they were just these. Oh yeah, that's what it is because it says right on here. These little cards of embellishments that you cut out and basically just stick on. So I'm going to take a little sandpaper, kind of rough this up. I did kind of go around it with ink, but because it's brown and the ink is brown, it doesn't really show up. So we're going to go at it. We're going to do it the other way. Kind of get some of the white showing. And my thought is to kind of lay that there. We're going to glue that down. This tie is going to go around it. I thought about putting the tie through here. I might try that. We'll see how that works. And then up here, we're going to do, this is just a piece of coffee dyed graph paper that I tore out and then inked up. And we're going to put that down. And then I thought we might put a name on here, or actually I'm thinking about with these letters that it's hard to tell, but they are similar to the font on this, kind of almost typewriter looking. So I think I'm going to do Dad, you know. And if I want to change this later, I can just pull this off and put something different on there. So let's start with this decision first because I know what I'm going to do here. I think it could be pretty cool. I did already put a little, oh, what is that called? It's not a grommet. I put one of those little thingies in there to, you know, to make the hole nice and sturdy for the thread. But then I was afraid it might be a little too, it might make it stick out too much. So just put this right here. And if you have any kind of scrapbooking letters or whatever, you can, you know, obviously do whatever. I have these cute little letter stamps, and I was going to do Dad in that. I don't know if you can tell, but they're really small. And so I think it would just be too small and wouldn't have the impact that I want. So it wouldn't probably stick out as much as I want. So we're gonna do Dad. Hey, Father's Day's coming up, right? At some point here. So D A, yeah, you could write it in, you know? You could just, if you have nice handwriting, or even if you don't. I don't have nice handwriting. Like, I can barely understand my own writing. Okay, there we go. D, sticky, because I also have glue on my fingers. A, and where's our D? I was gonna say, please let there be another D. Okay, D-A-D. Dad. Ah, that's so cute. I like it. It could be Bob, or it could be Dave, or it could be Mike, or it could be whatever. Whoever it's for. I'm gonna have to put a little bit more glue down on that. Okay, I think this is what we're gonna do. I think I'm going to string this through here. I did it once before, hopefully. Yeah, I can do it, okay. And I mean, it's pretty tight, but I think it'll work. And then what I'd like to do is kind of get this in at an angle. And so that, and then glue it down. And then tie it, yeah, and then have enough tie left to tie it. So I might pull too much through there. Let's see. I don't think we need quite that much. A little bit through. We don't need to get crazy here. And then I could even put a little bead of glue. Yeah, get a little bit less of that. Okay. So now I don't know if Dad wants that much string hanging out of here, so, okay. Let's see. Cut this off. We know that that's a good sort of length. I'm gonna try to lay this as flat as possible. So, let's see here. Yeah, okay. So now, here's the tricky part. It's tricky, tricky, tricky. Actually, just put this on here. Stick that down. My fear was that this might pull the whole thing off, but I don't think it's going to, because it's, again, this is not that beefy of a book that, you know, there's not going to be that much tugging on it or anything. And I might even put a little glue down to hold this, I don't know what you call it. I guess, I don't know if it's real leather or suede string. It's just like a little remnant or scrap that I had. Yeah, I like that. I think that's pretty cool. So, okay. Now I think I'm gonna go in with the... My kitties are scratching on the scratching post. I don't know if you can hear that. And I think they want to go outside. I might have to get up for just a second. But let's see here. Or they're gonna drive all of us crazy. Oh, He opened the door. Okay. I have one that's very good at opening doors. So if I leave it just a little bit cracked for him, he can open it. I don't know if you can hear the creaking of the door. Okay. All right. Kitties are taken care of. This book is almost done. And go around. I have glue everywhere. I'm just gonna go around and a little bit, just a little tiny, teeny, 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 tiny. Is it even coming out? This glue is kind of amazing. I'm kind of surprised at how well it holds things together. You know, I can check it later too to see how it's holding up. Tug on it a little and see. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Okay. We can tie it. There's enough there to do a little tie. That's pretty cool. That's really cool, I think. A little bit of glue right here. I cannot wait to wash my hands because they're all full of glue. Okay, yeah, I think that looks really good. Okay, so let's go to our ink again. And I'm just gonna kind of, just in case there's anything showing through, ooh, and you can kind of see like what that's doing. I like that a lot. The ink covers up kind of a multitude of faux pas. A little bit on the edge maybe. Hey, the beauty of it is if it gets dirty, nobody will ever know because it already looks kind of dirty. Okay. Again, this is vintage photo. You could use brown, you could use black. I mean, depending on the theme that you're doing, you can use whatever you like. Yeah. Oh, I think this is so cool. Okay, we're gonna do one more thing. I'm gonna do the little mini bookmark like I did for the other books. So, again, we've got just a little scrap of that cardstock, and I'm just gonna glue this on. I want this to show, so let's see here. We'll just cut the rest of it off with the craft knife. And this is a scrap that I just had in my stock. It's like burlap look scrapbook paper. And it was like, oh, this is perfect because it, you know, obviously matches my ribbon. Okay, and on the other side, we'll do some of this corrugated stuff, corrugated look stuff. And then we're not gonna be completely done with that. We're gonna do some more. Thank you all for your patience. It was it was a rough morning with the last video. I probably took on too much. That was my own fault. So just stick this down. Yeah, just like that. Just like that. And all kinds of sticky now. Yeah, I like that. Okay, straighten that out a little. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with our craft knife. I probably should have cut that one off first because now I can't see where it's ending. But that's okay, I guess. It'll be fine. It'll be just fine. I can kind of eyeball. I think this piece wasn't completely straight anyway, so we're gonna fix that. Okay. Yeah. All right. And cut off this little end. Oh, I like that. That's so cool. It looks so real. Like it looks so three-dimensional. That was too cool. I wonder how this would fit in here. That is, yeah, I may have to trim up a little bit. We'll make it, oh, actually it's perfect. Let's see if we get the right side. I want this side. Let's see. Where do I want that? Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, so this will be a tag top. Okay, I think I got it in the wrong one. Okay, we're gonna have to trim that. That's okay. That is okay. I don't know how. I must have gotten it off while I was in there somehow. Let's see here. Trim it like this. That means just a little bookmark. Don't move. You moved on me. Okay. Is my head sticking in here? Yes, it is. Okay, because I'm trying to get closer. Okay. Problem is I don't have a very good hold on the edge of this. Okay, close enough. Okay, because now I can just cut it the rest of the way. Who'd have thought the bookmark would be the hardest part of this one? Okay. It's just like, it's so close. I'm afraid I'm gonna mess it up if I go further. Okay, there we go. Just sand that off a little bit. Okay, that is super cute. Do I have this, but it's too big to go on there. But I think what we're gonna do is, just for funsies, glue this maybe down here. Oops. Just to give the back side a little, or it could be the front side, a little interest. Is that? I'm gonna just cut that off. Again, these are just scraps that I had laying around. And yes, believe it or not, I save pieces of paper that look like this. Seems kind of crazy. But I use them, so. All right. Here we go with this again. Okay. Now, trim this off. We're almost there. Okay. A little inking. A little around the hole there. Okay. This is the side where you're really going to see the inking. Not so much on the other side. Okay. I like that. Wonder if we can put tie through there. Why not? Put a little tie through there to pull it out with. It should be long enough. Tie this up. I don't know how well this is gonna hold, but that's okay. Because it's kind of thick, you know. But that's cool. I like that. And now we have a bookmark. Ta-da! We did it. We got it done. Okay, so let me clear this off. We're going to do a quick little overview of all of our projects today. Just a real quick one. Let me kind of clean this up. Oh my gosh, I've got stuff everywhere. And glue everywhere. Another cover that up. Okay, so let's start over with our first book. You remember this one was handmade from cardstock, and we're not going to go through every page again, but with the pockets, I did the fabric spine, I did, you know, random stamping. I have the little calendar with the little stick-on months. Absolutely love this. And then, you know, the little bookmark. So we've got this one. That was the prototype for this one, which I had so much trouble with. Like a lot of trouble. So I went in and fixed some things that I had kind of messed up, and did some more inking on the pages and some stickers on the inside. But I mean, I think she's super cute. And I'm still gonna put a little glue here to glue this down. I went in and fixed the, I had a bubble, like an air bubble there, because I was rushing and, you know, so I fixed it. I had to like slit it, and then I put down just another strip of the paper. I mean, honestly, if you didn't know it was there, you probably wouldn't know it was there. So I've got my pockets. I just went through and I did the blue and the red kind of inking on the pages. I don't know if you can see like on the edges. I don't know how much you can see that. It's kind of hard to tell. And then I just went through with some little stickers and just kind of embellished a little. You probably could just, even if you're giving this to someone, insert like a page of stickers for them to put on. You know, I didn't do something on every page, but I had a lot of stickers, so I did kind of, maybe I went a little too crazy. And yeah, so just like that. And the back pocket. So I think it turned out really well in the end. And then we've got, of course, the bookmark for that little guy. And the prototype for the composition notebook was this one, which I absolutely love this. But as I was saying before, when I did it, I might have gone overboard on the covering of the plastic, and it's a little thick, and it's a little, you know, it kind of makes crunchy noises when you try to open it. So probably shouldn't have done that, but it looks really cute. It looks super cute. And then I didn't do anything on the inside, but I did do, you know, another bookmark. And again, one sheet, not a full sheet, but one sheet of scrapbook paper. And this was just like some old scrap pink paper, just a little sticker I had. So really easy. I mean, probably the cost for this, maybe $2, you know, depending on the cost of the notebook, which I got at the I think it was the Dollar General. And now, so our new version of the composition notebook is this guy, kind of a less frilly, less feminine, sort of masculine-ish. Well, this one I guess would be, because it says Dad. So I went with kind of a corrugated cardboard scrapbook paper. Did not cover the whole thing. I can already tell I like this better. You know, there's no crunchiness. You could have probably done a little pocket back here too, but I didn't want to overdo it. Nice little pocket here. And we've got our cool little bookmark. This is a great gift, I think, for somebody. This type of thing. Inexpensive, and it was just super fun to do. Look how quick we did this one. That was really easy. And we're gonna tie it up. And she's all done. There you go. Thanks you guys for your patience. I really appreciate it. This one was a lot smoother than the last one. If you liked it, please give it a like. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I have an Etsy shop, also by the same name, The Happy Bookmaker, and where I have junk journals, scrapbooks, and even some other artwork if you care to check that out. Probably, unless I think of somebody to give these to, these are all going to end up in there because, you know, I can only use so many. But I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.